Hi, welcome back to the shop. Thanks for stopping by. This week's project, we're going to make an Easter bunny out of some scrap pieces of butternut that I had kicking around here out of a cant that I couldn't do anything else with. It just had a great big seam up the center, and so I cut some stuff around the edges and got enough to make this bunny out of. Now, this is based on a design by Rebecca DeGroot, and you can check out her channel. She made one about a year ago. I did make some changes in how I did mine compared to hers, but she did a great job on hers. If you want to pop over and check it out, I'm sure she'd appreciate the view. So basically the bunny is just going to be two eggs, a big egg for the body and a smaller egg for the head. And then I'm going to turn some ears and I'll turn some eyes. And she actually made her tail separately and added it on. I'm going to turn the tail right in the body as I make it all in one piece. And like last week's video, I cannot use the shop sounds for this because I got some folks on the other side of the shop doing some work. And it just doesn't make a good soundtrack for this video. So I apologize for that for the folks who like to hear the lathe go. Alright, so we're done with the body and the tail now. It's time to move on and turn the head. We will bring that tail back in a bit, and we put the mandrel in the headstock with the sanding disc, and we'll just polish up where that last little bit of the parting off was. And we'll do the same with the head. This is just a piece of 1 3/4 square butternut. I'm going to use this to make the ears from. I bought the head over to kind of get an idea of whether these were big enough or too big, and I decided they should be as long as that little mark that I made, but they were too big in diameter, so I cut them back down again. Now, full disclosure, I actually finished these ears off, and they were too small, and so I turned another set of ears and did the same exact thing I did with these ones, just a little bit bigger, and I did those off camera. I thought this rabbit should have red eyes, so I got some Paduke here and just a little 3/4 inch square piece by 3 or 4 inches long. And I'm only going to show making one eye because it's exactly the same. So then I just sand the end of the tail and the back of the head on the mandrel here with the 2-inch disc. And then I take a white Scotch-Brite pad and mount it onto that same 2-inch mandrel. And I put some Yorkshire grit right on the piece of wood, the same as I did on the round pieces on the lathe, and buff it using that white Scotch-Brite pad. And that works really well. Now I sanded the base flat on the body on this belt sander, and I sanded a little flat spot where the head's going to sit. And then I also sanded a flat spot on the bottom of the head that would sit on that flat spot on the body. So I use Starbond thick CA glue and the accelerator to put these together. I put the glue on the body, and then I sprayed the head with the accelerator, and I put the two pieces together, and I didn't get in the frame very well to do that. And then I used the thick glue and accelerator to put the eyes in as well. So I left the end of the ear stock square so it would sit flat on my bandsaw, and I just split these in half, and then I cut them to length. Now these are the first set of ears that I made, and they were too small. So the ones that you actually see me glue on are longer, a little bit bigger. So I sanded the faces of these to take the bandsaw marks off them by hand, just on a piece of sandpaper on this hard surface. Then I took the spindle in my oscillating spindle sander that was the same diameter as the bunny's head, and then I just sanded a little concave in the bottom so that it would fit the round of his head. Now you can't see this very well, but you can see how they fit here in a second. You see by using that same diameter, they hug nice and tight. And I attached the ears with CA glue and accelerator the same way I attached the head to the body. Then I give them 5 coats of lacquer as a finish. If you're still with me, thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Thanks again to everyone who subscribes to the channel and watches my videos. I appreciate that a ton as well. If you like what you saw and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And do leave a thumbs up or thumbs down whether you like the video or not, and leave a comment. And we'll see you next time.